Good evening, I'm Melissa Kroll from the Time Warner Cable News Mohawk Valley Newsroom.
And I'm Patrick Molaski from WWNY TV in Watertown.
I'm Bridget Roberts from HCTV News here at Herkimer College.
And I'm Jack Sun from HCTV News. Welcome to the HCTV Takeover, live from the television production facilities on the campus of Herkimer College.
Tonight, with current students and former students like myself and Patrick, we're focusing on the communication arts programs offered here at Herkimer College.
And over the next 3 hours of live television, we'll spotlight the original radio and television broadcasting program, as well as digital filmmaking, Herkimer's 2 music industry programs, and the communication arts new media program.
We'll speak with faculty from the programs, and we'll talk with current students enrolled here at Herkimer. We'll also be bringing you student-produced short films, music videos, news coverage, and more, showing several examples of student work from the various communication arts program concentrations.
We'll be bringing you live music, too, from former communication arts music industry artists, along with guest appearances from notable former students, a live radio simulcast from our campus radio station, WVHC 91.5 FM.
We'll also catch up with Herkimer grads and see what they're doing out in the communication fields, practicing what they learned right here. And in just a few short minutes, we'll talk to the new Herkimer College president, Dr. Kathleen McColgan.
And as we'll probably be reminding you a lot tonight, to learn more about the various programs we're highlighting here on the program, you can check out www.herkimer.edu/learn/communication arts.
While you're there, you can check out past student productions, visit our YouTube channel, check out our Facebook page, browse through photo galleries, and more.
But for now, let's get the HCTV Takeover going. Just ahead, Melissa will talk with a local radio personality who's been an on-air staple in Central New York for years, and Patrick will sit down with our new college president.
Up first, however, we're going to check in with our live crew for the night. Colleen Chupka and Cody Mooney can be seen each week bringing HCTV News viewers live reports during the Thursday newscast that air at 1 o'clock. We'll hear from both Colleen and Cody throughout the night. Colleen is upstairs in the technology building right now. Colleen?
I'm here at the Technology Center with a bird's eye view of our studio down here in Herkimer College. We're about to kick off our live HCTV Takeover, a student-based news program from current and alumni students. This semester, we've been lucky enough to have the ability to add live shots around campus to our news production. Between me and my partner, Cody Mooney, we plan on bringing you live shots throughout the Communications Arts program on the show tonight. Stay tuned for the show we have in store for you. All right, thank you, Colleen. Again, we'll be checking back in live with her and Cody throughout the night here on the HCTV Takeover. But for now, we're turning our attention to the local radio dial, specifically to 92.7 FM The Drive, and local radio legend, Genesee Joe Trizolino. And I gotta tell you, it feels a little bit like deja vu sitting here with you.
I know.
2 years ago, to this day, I believe.
Yep.
You were my first interview on the original HCTV Takeover, so
I know. Well, it's good to see you. It's good to see you again. And I followed your career. You're doing quite well.
Oh, well, thank you.
Just
It helps having this background here at Herkimer. They taught me a lot here.
It does. It does.
And actually, I was hoping to speak with you a little bit about that. I know in the first episode of the HCTV Takeover, we did touch on that and how Herkimer has played a role in what you're doing today. And so if you could just kind of go back to that and tell us how Herkimer has really helped you out.
Well, Herkimer did help me out. And I got to tell you, for a 2-year school, at the time, now remember I was here over 20 years ago, this building was brand new, as a matter of fact. And I was here when we opened it. But the hands-on work that you get to do, including, along with the classroom work, but the hands-on work and be able to be at the station, in the radio station, in the television station, it really was like excellent training, and I left here, I went right into radio, and I've been there for 23 years. You got to do things here. You got to be on the air. You got to work in the television station. Sometimes it seemed like there was a lot more to do than you could handle, but, it was that. I mean, it was really kind of like real work experience.
Now, something we didn't get to touch on too much in our last interview was you told me a little bit about the Rainbow Room. And can you just share a little bit about that and some of the other things you got to do in your time here at the college?
That's one of the stories that starts out with, I don't know how we pulled this off, but the college rented us a car and gave us a bunch of equipment. And we went down to the Rainbow Room, which was in Rockefeller Center. It's upstairs. And one of the students here's grandmother was in what's called the Rhythm and Blues Pioneer Foundation. And it was rhythm and blues musicians through the years that didn't have anything now that they had gotten older. They had no insurance, they had none of that. And this raised money for that. But it was like a superstar-studded night. It was, you know, Bonnie Raitt. I walked past Eric Clapton in the hallway. Whoever was still alive from Sam and Dave was there, you know, and just the people in the crowd, either guys from REM, guys from Asleep at the Wheel, the guys from the B-50s.
You were just a college student, right?
We were college students, and we were down there with all this equipment and interviewing everybody. A guy named Chuck Jackson, who had a big hit with a song called Any Day Now. And it was just the coolest thing in the world. But once again, we signed out the equipment. I was the oldest of the kids. And they rented us a car, and we drove to New York and went and did that. And it was just an amazing experience. And I met people in the industry that I still know who they are now. You know, so it was a good night, man.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to ask you, and I guess it's more of personal curiosity, but, you know, obviously working local, and I'm sure you've had opportunities to move up, but you've stayed local, and I'm just wondering, how many people have you encountered who, maybe it's not radio TV, but they got their education here at Herkimer?
I know a lot of kids. I know more of the guys in the radio TV curriculum, but I know, you know, fellas that went out and worked with ESPN and traveled all over the country with ESPN, including overseas for the Olympics, a kid named Mark Kachi, and he's now down in Albany, and he does like engineering stuff, and he does more of the technical side of things, but he has a studio, and there's just that, and that was from the kids that when it was just radio or television. Now with the music industry and the other stuff here, it's amazing. I mean, this is a great place to get started.
Yeah.
You know?
Tell me also, I keep thinking about our last conversation, and it was kind of short, and I'd love to talk with you further, maybe even off camera. But you said, like, every time you come back, you know, the facilities are upgraded. They are.
You know, every time I come back, there's something different. It's improved. Honestly, it's a little bit better than what you're going to see in a lot of radio stations because, you know, it's just all very good stuff. The studios are great. And, yeah, it's just like every time I come back here, which for the first maybe 15 years, I didn't come back too much. I was just busy. But, you know, over the last, you know, 7 or 8 years, I've come up at least once a year, and there's always something improved. There's always something new, you know.
Maybe if there's another takeover, you'll be back here, and this will be, you know, even more upgraded. We'll see.
Well, there you go. I mean, look at the beautiful set you got now.
I know, it's gorgeous.
In 1991, I built the set. We did a TV show called Sleepwalking. It was like a little talk show, and it was an extra project. And I remember we got a wallpaper of an outdoor scene, and I remember putting up the wallpaper with a couple other students. So, but now you guys have really got nice stuff here.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and I'm glad that you're back here to experience it again. And we want to thank you, just on behalf of everyone here, the crew and everyone, for coming up here from 92.7 The Drive. You know, obviously, this is Genesee Joe. If you're just tuning in, thanks so much for speaking with us. All right, coming up next, we're going to be throwing it over to Patrick Malowski. He's standing by. He's up next with a relative newcomer to the Herkimer College administration. You're watching the HCTV Takeover Take 2, live from Herkimer College. Stay with us.
And thank you for joining us. I'm Patrick Malowski here with Herkimer College President Dr. Kathleen McColgan. She got appointed in January, and since June you've hit the ground running. And I got to ask you, since you have joined the college, what are a few things that stuck out about Herkimer?
Thank you. And first of all, I just want to say how thrilled I am to be here and be part of this wonderful event that's taking place this evening. And over the past year and a half, I've learned a lot about Herkimer College and the nearly 50 years of providing very strong academic programs for our students. And some of the things that have stuck out. To begin with, Herkimer was one of the first community colleges that provided on-campus living opportunities for students. And today, nearly 600 students, or a little over 600 students, live on campus, which provides them a full collegiate experience. But also, too, since 1999, Herkimer has provided online learning. So students... who cannot come to campus have the opportunity to complete their college degree fully online. Over 20 programs right now we have fully online. And I can't forget the Herkimer Generals.
You can't forget the Generals.
No, nationally ranked athletic program which provides students the opportunity.
We are a community college powerhouse, our athletic program.
Well said, very well said. And we also host international students, about 100 international students representing 15 countries. So those are some of the things that just really make Herkimer a very special place. But I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the faculty and staff
Right.
and students and our Board of Trustees, all that are very, very committed and dedicated to this institution and that really make Herkimer a very special place.
And talking about students that may be coming here watching this program, one thing that happens with community colleges, and I remember going through the ranks here, I'm from Herkimer myself, and one of the things is there's a stigma of community colleges that maybe it's not as quality as a four-year school or a private school or a SUNY school, but I can say this, and I know you can tell me that is not true, and I know credits you take here at Herkimer can transfer into the SUNY transfer program. I know it's a seamless transfer to
Yes,
any
it
SUNY
is.
school.
That's correct.
So really you get your jump start here.
Jump start here, your start here. But what I would also like to tell students is my story. And I am a first-generation college graduate. And I'm a graduate of not one, but 2 community colleges. So I know firsthand just how well prepared community colleges prepare our students for transfer on to a four-year institution or into the workforce.
And especially for local students, I know there are scholarship opportunities here. I was very fortunate myself to have one of them. I know one thing that Herkimer wants to do is they want to keep the top students in the area and have them come up here for 2 years. Can you talk about some of the scholarship opportunities?
Absolutely. The College Foundation Scholarship provides a wonderful opportunity for any Herkimer County high school graduate who graduates in the top 15% of their class. They have the opportunity to come to Herkimer tuition-free for the first year.
That's amazing.
And then half the tuition for their second year, which is a wonderful opportunity.
Especially with how expensive college is getting.
Yes. But there are also approximately 80 other scholarships that are available for students. So we award approximately $130,000 a year to students in the form of scholarships.
And that's amazing. I know Herkimer is very highly ranked in community colleges as well. I pay attention to that. Anytime we get a ranking, I always, celebrate it.
Yes, just this year we were ranked the second best community college in the state of New York by schools.com, and we have received high ratings from CNN as well.
And that is great. And another thing I wanted to talk about, naturally, when you come into a school, when you go to any new job, you see things and you see how things are laid out, and you have some goals of things. Naturally, the long-term goal is to always be the best college you can be, but what are some short-term goals that you have for the college coming in, naturally being here? Actually, it's been about 5 months now.
Right, I am in my 6th month. My short-term goals, first of all, is to continue the very strong foundation that Herkimer has right now. But also we have to continually look at all of our academic program offerings to make sure that they are meeting the needs of our local community, making sure that our students, when they either transfer or go on into the workforce, that they are prepared, and that they are prepared with the experiences, but also the type of equipment or technology that they will be using. And I have to say, this program is a perfect example of how we are preparing our students. We have a state-of-the-art facility right here.
Absolutely.
Students are learning on industry standard equipment, and they have experiences or the opportunity for experiences, real life experiences, all before they graduate from Herkimer.
All right. Dr. McColgan, thank you very much for joining me. And we're going to toss it over to Bridget Roberts, who will be talking about digital filmmaking, our program at the college.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Patrick. And yes, we're here with Professor Robert Gassmann. He's one of the faculty members in the Communication Arts Department here at Herkimer College. We'll talk about the digital filmmaking program in a minute, but for tonight's show, you're handling an entirely different side of the production, correct?
I am. Tonight, we're going to have some live musical performances a little bit later on in the show. And so I am going to be working in the audio suite next door to the studio where we're located now, doing a live mix for this live broadcast, but also capturing the raw tracks into our Pro Tools audio system so that we can do a mix later on, a post-production mix. So it's going to be a little bit busy later.
Now, I know when it comes to the digital filmmaking program, there's a lot of stigma of anyone can do it, but it's a lot harder than that. Can you give us a little information on it?
Well, anybody can take an iPhone these days and go and shoot a bunch of shots and string them together. We obviously dig a lot more deeply into all of the different phases of pre-production, actual techniques used during shooting, and of course we dig deeply into post-production because it does take a lot more than just pointing a single cell phone camera at something and calling it a movie. So we have a 2-year program. It's an AS degree program, which is designed to be more transfer friendly. We've had a lot of students come through the program and transfer off into 4-year programs in traditional cinema studies or continuing on into film production or segueing off into one of the other visual communication programs that are out there at 4-year degree programs. So yeah, it's an enormous undertaking to make a film. There are so many sub-skills and sub-fields to get into, from makeup and wardrobe and hair, to say nothing of acting and writing and directing. So we try to touch as many of those aspects as we possibly can in a short 2-year program and give students an opportunity to do the stuff they want to do.
Speaking of acting, you were in the film that we're going to watch shortly. Oh, I'm sorry, you were not in this film, but you were a very big part of this. So this is The Duel. Here's the short film that we're going to be watching in just a moment. We'll be back in a few minutes for more of the HCTV Takeover.
In the beginning, there was darkness and silence. The universe was the domain of the original, primordial harmony in which all matter coexisted in a blissful haze of ignorance and simple joy. Alexander Graham Bell's invention of the telephone ended this first phase of history and ushered in a new one. No longer could humans not need to know what others were doing. This was the age of the nosy neighbor. The cellular telephone's arrival in the 20th century only made this behavior more pervasive and mobile. Now people could talk from anywhere, but was anyone really listening? The bag phone, the pocket phone, and the flip phone came and went. Then, in the first years of the 21st century, a man named Steve Jobs unleashed on the world an invention more heinous than every weapon used in all previous wars combined. This pestilence combined the features of the telephone, the computer, and the camera, blended into a technological maelstrom called social media. And thus Steve Jobs started the third and final phase of the world, the beginning of the end, with his iPhone.
And as Final Cut Pro is the inferior product to Avid Media Composer, which is the pro-level gear for quality Hollywood-level productions.
The year is 2014. In an ordinary classroom at a modest semi-rural community college, the forces of sloth, evil, and self-centeredness would collide with dire consequences.
George Lucas.
It was in this seemingly innocent setting that two young persons' childish whimsy would set into motion a process that would have cataclysmic effects on themselves and their world. The universe does have a peculiar way of fixing itself. All things once wrong are made right, and no amount of tinkering by mankind can stop the inevitable.
Now, kids, You really shouldn't have the cell phones in class. Something bad could happen.
I know what you did. I challenge you to a duel. iPhones at 10 paces.
You got it, Buster.
Turncoat.
Sure.
I shall count to 10. Upon reaching 10, you will turn and fire. Ready?
Ready.
Ready.
Turn. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I told them something bad would happen.
Well, that was a bit of fun, wasn't it? Hey, we brought those two actors back from the dead. They're with us here tonight because they couldn't stand to miss out on this great evening. This is Haley Kromick. You're going to be hearing more from her in just a little while. And Mike Pileggi has rejoined us tonight as well. Guys, what inspired you to never take phones out of your hand?
I
I don't know, we're quite addicted to our phones these days. And I remember we were in class, I think it was photography, and she kind of started the game off. And so I think it's from then it's been still going on. So I don't know, like 3 or 4 years?
3 years.
Yeah? Okay.
That's a long
so,
time.
Yeah, it is
Based
a long
on real events, Bridget.
All right, that was the film The Duel by Haley and Mike here. We should note that Haley is here with us tonight too, obviously, and we'll catch up with her later on during the show. Mr. Gassmann, we'll let you get back to your important duties for tonight now.
Got it.
Up next, my HCTV co-anchor Jack Sen gives us the background on one of the Communication Arts radio television broadcasting program's latest tools for live video production. You're watching the HCTV Takeover live from Herkimer College.
Thanks, Bridget. Hello again, I'm Jack Sen. Bridget and I have been lucky enough to time our enrollment at Herkimer with some new technology. Specifically, that's a new portable pro-level video camera we're using each week to bring you live reports to viewers from all over campus. We're going to track that camera down right now and check in with Cody Mooney. He's just outside the campus radio station WVHC 91.5 FM with a former student who's spent a good deal of time at WVHC as a student here. These days, she's currently working in the Syracuse radio market. Cody?
Thank you, Jack. I'm down here today at Herkimer College, outside of the very own Herkimer College radio station, and beside me is Zanetta Chapman, a former Herkimer alumni who is visiting today as she works out of the 105.1 The Wolf radio station, a country station out of Syracuse. And Zanetta, it is great to have you here today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be back.
And it's great to have you back here as well. What is it like to come back after going to college here and then you join into the professional stage of this profession? What is it like to come back?
It's exciting. I mean, seriously, like I was here for 3 years actually, and I never thought that I would get a job in radio. I mean, as soon as I did, it was just 2 months after I graduated. And then I come back here and I'm like, you know what, I did pretty well, and I can't thank Herkimer County Community College enough for like everything they've done. I would have stayed here forever if I could have. I love it here. Like, I love the radio station. I love all the staff and the classes. It was amazing here.
Why did you choose radio and not TV? A lot of people like TV. Why radio?
I guess I feel awkward on TV, and it's not like I'm self-conscious, but I just feel like myself behind the microphone in the radio station, and it's not like I have the face for radio, but I definitely just, when I was in there and now when I'm on at Wolf and Syracuse, and it's just like I'm behind the microphone, nobody's looking at me, I'm doing my own thing, and I'm myself, and I'm just acting like the way I do in person. I don't have any pressure of being in front of a camera.
That's great. And was there anyone particular in your life that has really boosted your confidence, or even here, anyone that boosted your confidence to get you to where you are today?
Yeah, I'd have to give a shout out to Marianne Carroll for sure, because she was like my mom away from home, and I was here, like I said, 3 years instead of 2, and I got lost along the way, and she literally just picked me up and said, you're going to be able to do it, and I did. I don't know, every day I could go to her and figure out what I had to do.
And, I mean, she was definitely a huge role model in your life, and what do you see yourself doing in the near future? Yes, you're at 105.1 The Wolf in Syracuse, a great country station, but what do you see yourself doing in the near future?
I'm hoping one day to be on a morning show. I feel like that's where my personality is set for. So I'm hoping one day maybe have a partner on a morning show and just be able to joke around and do whatever.
Zanetta, I think you have a very bright future ahead of you, and good luck along the journey. Well, we're down here at the WVHC radio station with Zanetta Chapman. Zanetta, it was great having you. And back to you, Jack and Bridget, in the studio.
Thanks, Cody. We're back here now on the HCTV Takeover. I'm Jack Sen.
And I'm Bridget Roberts. Jack and I work together with several other communication arts students each week this semester, bringing you a live, student-produced weekly newscast on Thursday afternoons at 1 o'clock.
Back at the start of the semester, very few of us on the news crew had any experience whatsoever in the creation of what it takes to produce a live newscast. It really was a team effort each week.
Up next on the HCTV Takeover, we'd like to present an example of HCTV news from a few weeks ago. We're proud to be carrying on the tradition of this award-winning student-produced newscast here at Herkimer College.
We'll talk more about these awards later on in the show. For now, here's an example of what a typical edition of HCTV News looks like this semester.
Stay with us. You're watching the HCTV Takeover live from the television production studios of Herkimer College.
From the Technology Center on the campus of Herkimer College. This is HCTV News, a student-produced newscast covering Herkimer County and the community it serves.
Thank you for joining us today here on HCTV News from Herkimer College. I'm Jack Sen.
And I'm Bridget Roberts. Welcome to the HCTV News for the fall 2015 semester. We'll be here every Thursday afternoon at 1 o'clock with this live student-produced newscast.
This live newscast is a production of students enrolled in communication arts programs offered here at Herkimer College.
Up first today, we've got HCTV News reporter Colleen Chupka standing by. She's down in the RMCC building here at Herkimer College, where there's an event to raise awareness for patients with leukemia and other types of blood cancer who are in need of a bone marrow transplant. Let's go there. Colleen?
Thanks, Bridget. I'm here with Betty House here in the RMCC building, and she's here to tell us more about the Be the Match Marrow Register.
Today we're looking for people to join the Be the Match Registry, 18 to 44 years old. We ask what they have to do is fill out a short health questionnaire and do some cheek swabs, and then they're in the registry.
This event is till 2 p.m. Do you have anything else to say?
Yes, I do. The odds of being called after you join the registry are 1 in 500. But if you are called, you're saving the life of somebody with leukemia or lymphoma. What would happen 90% of the time is a blood stem cell transplant. So what happens is they take the blood out of your arm, run it through a centrifuge, and take out the blood stem cells and put your blood right back in the other arm. And then you go on your way. The process takes 3 or 4 hours. Those blood stem cells are then infused into the patient, and the patient inherits your healthy immune system. This happened to my brother. My brother was diagnosed. He did not have somebody in the registry, and Be the Match found a donor for him. It's a worldwide database. His donor was from Germany. He received his stem cell transplants in May, and today he's healthy.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time. And this event is till 2 p.m. today, so come down and register. Back to you in the studio, Jack.
Thanks, Colleen. Congratulations to the Herkimer College men and women's soccer team. This past weekend, the teams won their games to become NJCAA Region 3 champions. Both teams move on to play in the NJCAA Nationals tournaments starting next week. Herkimer College will host the Men's Nationals tournament in Wareham Stadium. The games will be played on Thursday, November 12th, Friday, November 13th, and Sunday, November 15th. There will be 4 games each of the first 2 days of the tournament. Sunday the 15th, the consolation and championship games will be played. The games will begin at 11 a.m. each day. Come out and support your Herkimer Generals.
Next weekend, the Herkimer County College Foundation will host the 39th Annual Herkimer County Arts and Crafts Fair. The event, hailed as the premier arts and crafts fair of the Mohawk Valley, will run Saturday, November 14th from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. and Sunday, November 15th from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. This event has become the most profitable fundraiser of the year for the foundation, which was established in 1967 as a not-for-profit organization. Proceeds from the fair will be used to fund over 80 scholarships and grants the foundation supports, as well as other foundation programs. For more information, call 315-866-0300, extension 8459, or visit www.herkimer.edu/AC.
Herkimer College recently welcomed a new member to the faculty. Kimberly J. Palmitter of Syracuse, New York was appointed as Advisement Center Specialist. Palmitter was recently employed by Mohawk Valley Community College as an adjunct instructor and holds BA and MA degrees in English from Binghamton University. In her role at Herkimer College, she will counsel students interested in transferring to four-year colleges and universities and oversee the development of the transfer agreements. Her responsibilities will also include planning the annual college transfer day. You're looking at coverage right now from last year's transfer day, and counseling academic advisors regarding the logistics of transfer programs.
Well, stay with us here on HCTV News. I'm Bridget Roberts.
And I'm Jack Sen. We'll be right back after these messages.
Laura Arabia will be with us right after the break with a look at your upcoming weather forecast.
Stay tuned. You're watching HCTV News live from Herkimer College.
Coming up next, the weather outlook for Herkimer and the surrounding areas here on HCTV News. Stay with us. Now, the weather outlook for Herkimer and the surrounding areas here on HCTV News.
Welcome back to HCTV News. I'm Jack Sen.
I'm Bridget Roberts.
And I'm Laura Arabia for the HCTV News weather. I don't know about you guys, but last weekend I took full advantage of the warm weather. I don't know if it was like a blessing from Mother Nature or something like that, but did you guys?
It was warm, yeah. I definitely took advantage.
Seriously, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's go take the weather right now. It's going to be a good weekend as well. Right now, as we take a look at the radar, it is going to be partly cloudy, but do not be fooled by that because it is 65 degrees outside. So like I said before, please take advantage of all the weather that we can get right now because the temperatures will be going down eventually, because don't forget, it is November, folks. Tonight's forecast is going to be mostly cloudy, low 36 degrees. Tomorrow's forecast is going to be mostly sunny, seasonal, high 51 degrees and low 30 degrees. Saturday's forecast is going to be cloudy, high 59 degrees and low 46 degrees. And finally, to close the weekend, Sunday is going to be partly cloudy, high 55 degrees, low 35 degrees. Let's go take a look at your extended forecast. Monday, it's going to be sunny, high 53, low 30 degrees. Tuesday, it's going to be cloudy, high 50 degrees, low 42 degrees. Wednesday, it's going to be rainy, high 57 degrees, low 47 degrees.
Thanks for the update, Laura.
You're welcome. We'll be back with more on HCTV News after these messages. Stay with us.
Welcome back to HCTV News. I'm Jack Sen.
And I'm Bridget Roberts. A final look at our weather forecast is coming up. But first, we want to check back in with Colleen Chepka.
Colleen is down in the RMCC building here on campus for the Be the Match Marrow Drive. Colleen?
To register for the Be the Match Bone Marrow. Also, another reminder, you can catch me and Cody live every Thursday at 1 o'clock. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Colleen. Let's take a look at what else is coming up here at Herkimer College. The VA Thanksgiving Food Drive will run through November 24th. Food items can be dropped at the Bursar's office in the RMCC or the PTA lab in TC 417. This weekend, November 7th and 8th, the women's and men's basketball teams will play at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. respectively. Saturday, the teams will play Jefferson Community College, and Sunday, they face Clinton Community College.
Next Wednesday, November 11th, there will be no classes here at Herkimer College. Herkimer College will be closed in observance of Veterans Day starting next Thursday. Herkimer College will host the NJCAA Division III Men's Soccer National Championship Tournament. Games will be played on Thursday and Friday, November 12th and 13th at 11 a.m., 1:30 p.m., 4 p.m., and 6:30 p.m. Sunday, November 15th,
The consolation and championship games will be played at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Come out and support your Herkimer Generals.
Time for one last check of the weather.
We check in one last time with Laura Arabia. All right, guys, let's just take a recap of the weather. Tonight is going to be mostly cloudy, low 36 degrees. And tomorrow is going to be mostly sunny, high 51 degrees, low 30 degrees. So Friday is going to look good. Happy Friday. Enjoy the weather. Thanks, Laura. And thank you for watching today here on HCTV News. Don't forget, you can always find HCTV News episodes and other Herkimer College Communication Arts content on our YouTube channel.
You can also find us on our Facebook page. It's called Herkimer College Communication Arts. I'm Jack Sen.
And I'm Bridget Roberts.
We're back next Thursday at 1 o'clock for another edition of HCTV News, live from Herkimer College.
We're back with an all-new edition of HCTV News on Thursday, December 3rd.
Yes, and I'll be looking forward to it. For right now, former HCTV News anchor and producer Melissa Kroll is over at the main stage with our first musical guest of the evening. And Melissa's guest has a tie to our newscast. Stay right there.
You're watching the HCTV Takeover live from Herkimer College.
Welcome back to the HCTV Takeover here on HCTV. Right now we're going to be changing pace a little bit, and I'm going to speak with Sydney Pinto and her husband Don. And Sydney, you're actually a former music industry student from here at Herkimer, right?
Yes, I am.
And what are you doing now? Let's just jump right on in.
I'm singing. I've been singing for a lot of years and still going, and hope to keep going for a very long time.
And you're singing with the Paul Case Band.
Yes, I am.
So tell me, what is that experience like?
It's amazing. We've done some wonderful venues. Paul's introduced me to a lot of great people. I met him through other musicians that I used to play with years ago, namely John Liebing and Johnny Kelsey. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been great.
Now the Paul Case Band is pretty big, and to be a part of it must be amazing. And you got your start here at Herkimer. So really, how did Herkimer prepare you for that?
I learned a lot about. I came here for music, obviously. I've been singing forever, but I learned a little bit more about the business aspect, so that's been really good for me. So, yeah.
What did you learn from the music industry program? What were some of the things that you did in that class?
Oh, well, there's several classes. There was learned a little bit of theory. I learned a little bit of audio production with Doug, and that was pretty interesting. And I got to do my my field work. That's it. I got to do my field work right here, doing the exactly what Tom's doing over there.
Oh, the floor director.
Yes.
Very nice. I was actually going to talk to you about that too. You were also a part of the HCTV News broadcasts,
yes,
right?
Yes, I was.
And what was that experience like? Because being a music industry student, maybe you were kind of like questioning it, right? I'm just guessing.
Well, at first I was like, I had no clue what I was getting myself into. But once I was in here, and they work with you and they help you put you right at ease. It was a blast. I just felt like I fit right in. It was great.
Is it kind of similar to being here on the HCTV Takeover
A
now?
little bit. Yeah. It's good to be back. It's good to be back.
Yeah. What are some of the changes you've noticed being back here up on the hill?
Honestly, the set is definitely different. I know that they've got a whole bunch of other things going on right now. And I haven't been up here in so long, so it's really fun to be here tonight and actually see everything that's going on right now. So, yeah, it's great. A lot of changes.
Going back to being in the band, do you primarily sing? Do you play any instruments
I
also?
play tambourine, I have my percussion stuff, but yeah, I'm a lead singer.
Nice. And obviously you like it. What's next for you?
I don't know, I'm just going to keep going on. Maybe in the future, maybe doing a little bit of solo stuff if I can actually learn to play my guitar. We'll see what happens. I don't know about that.
Well, I'm excited. Maybe you're wondering why they're sitting behind their own microphones here, and it's because they're going to be performing for us. So I guess I'll let you guys take it away, and we'll be back here on the HCTV Takeover right after that in just a little bit. Stay with us and enjoy the performances.
Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you're feeling, but listen carefully to the sound of your loneliness like a heartbeat drives you mad in the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost, what you had and what you lost. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. You'll know. Now here I go again, I see the crystal vision. I keep my visions to myself. It's only me who wants to wrap around your dreams. And have you any dreams you'd like to sell? Dreams of loneliness like a heartbeat drives you mad in the stillness of remembering what you had and what you lost, what you had, oh, what you lost. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Say women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. You'll know. You will know.
Thank you. Next.
come down off your throne and leave your body alone. Somebody must change. You are the reason I've been waiting so long. Somebody holds the key, but I'm near the end and I just can't find the time. But I'm wasted and I can't find my way home. Come down off your throne and leave your body alone. Somebody must change. You are the reason I've been waiting all these years. Somebody holds the key, but I'm near the end and I just can't find the time. But I'm wasted and I can't find my way home. Come down off your throne and leave your body alone. Somebody must change. You are the reason I've been waiting so long. Somebody holds the key, but I'm near the end and I just can't find the time. But I'm wasted and I can't find my way home. But I'm near the end and I just can't find the time. But I'm wasted and I can't find my way home. Yes, I'm wasted and I can't find my way home.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Let's do it, Cher.
Let's do it. Okay, ready? Strawberries, cherries, and an angel's kiss in spring. My summer wine is really made from all these things.
I walked in town on silver spurs that jingled too, and sang a song that I had sung to just a few. She saw my silver spurs and said, let's pass some time, and I will give to you summer wine.
Oh, summer wine. Strawberries, cherries, and an angel's kiss in spring. My summer wine is really made from all these things. Take off your silver spurs and help me pass the time, and I will give to you summer wine. Oh, summer wine.
My eyes grew heavy and my lips, they could not speak. I tried to get up, but I could not find my feet. She reassured me with an unfamiliar line, and then she gave me some more summer wine.
Oh, summer wine. Strawberries, cherries, and an angel's kiss in spring. My summer wine is really made from all these things. Take off your silver spurs and help me pass the time, and I will give to you summer wine. Oh, summer wine.
When I awoke, the sun was shining in my eyes. My silver spurs were gone, my head felt twice its size. She took my silver spurs, $1 and a dime, and left me craving some more summer wine. Oh, summer wine. Summer wine. Oh, summer wine. Oh.
Last song. One more song. Is that okay?
We all know there's 3 kinds of accountants, but there's only one reason. I did that for Tom.
Are we ready?
Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. 'Cause I don't wanna leave you lonely. You gotta make me change my mind. Baby, I got your number. Oh, I know that you got mine. You know that I called you. Yeah, I called too many times. You got to call me, baby. You got to call me anytime, but you just gotta call me, yeah. Now give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. Oh, give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. 'Cause I don't wanna leave you lonely. You gotta make me change my mind, yeah. I don't want no one to squeeze me. They might take away my life. I don't want no one to squeeze me. They might take away my life. I just want someone to hold me and rock me through the night. Well, this youthful heart can love you and just give you what you need. This youthful heart can love you, ooh, and give you what you need. But I'm too old to go chasing you around, wasting my precious energy. Now, give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. Oh, you can see me turning. Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn right back around. Ooh, you can see me turning. I don't wanna leave you lonely. You gotta make me change my mind. Oh, baby, just give me one reason. Give me one reason why. Oh, baby, just give me one reason. Oh, just one reason why I should stay. 'Cause I told you that I love you, and there ain't no more to say.
Thank you.
Cindy's a former music industry student here at Herkimer College. And if you're wondering, if you're just tuning in and you're wondering, what is the HCTV Takeover all about? They have this kind of talent on the HCTV Takeover. Well, it's highlighting former students and what they're doing now. And she is just one of the many. We've got more in store tonight. We're going to be taking a quick break, but when we come back, we'll check in live again with our remote crew. And later in the show, there's more student work, more music, and details on upcoming changes here in the production facilities. You're watching the HCTV Takeover, Take 2, live from Herkimer College. We'll be right back.